somebody asked me the question, what do I get for my investment? And I almost roll my eyeballs because to me, the investment is not an investment in the business, it's an investment in yourself. The one thing I can tell you, being in the personal development training since 1982, is that I've worked with hundreds of thousands of people. My goal as a trainer, as a mentor, as a coach, our goal as sales partners is to take you from where you are to where you want to be. That's what we do with entrepreneurs. We reignite the dream that they had, not by blowing smoke in their face and doing motivational talks, but by giving them simple, replicatable tools that they can use to build their business, increase sales, increase income, and build championship teams in their business. So, what do you get for your investment? You get to be part of a worldwide brand. You get to be part of an extension of the Rich Dad Advisor. You get to embark on an incredible mission of improving the quality of life for everyone through transformation in the marketplace. You get to be part of a global team that meets on a regular basis every week, where we cross-pollinate ideas and best business practices and what's working for you that I can use in my business, and here's what's working for you. You get the advantage of corporate accounts that we drive into your marketplace to put business on the table for you. You have a global portal of information that houses all of the intellectual property and the presentations that you would ever need to make a world-class presentation and be a world-class presenter. I could go down this list over and over and over again, but I'm not. What I'm going to tell you is what the investment is an investment in you. The question that you have to ask yourself is, who do you want to be? If you're to look at yourself 3 to 5 years down the road, who do you want to be? You know, Jim Collins wrote a book, a best-selling book. It's called Good to Great. And he studied great organizations and companies, and he studied their progress for a 15-year period of time. And then he realized that in all those great companies, after that 15-year study, there was a point in time where they went through what he called a transition point. Kind of looks like this. They kind of bumbled along like this and got to this point. For 15 years, he studied their records, their progress. And then they reached this transition point. And from that point, their numbers seemed to go like this. They went, in essence, as he describes it, from good to great. And then they had to sustain that for another 15 years, by the way. That was the criteria. Now, what he said is that in every single case, what the transition point was, or actually what the transition point wasn't, it wasn't a new product, it wasn't a change in the economy, it wasn't anything like that. He said in every single case, what determined this transition point was a conscious decision to go from good to great. You know what he said? He says the reason we don't have great businesses is because we have good businesses. The reason we're not great parents is because we're good parents. The reason we don't have great government is because we're good government. At some point in your life, you have to make a decision to go from good to great if you want to exercise your dreams. That's just my experience. The question for you is, who do you want to become? Hopefully you feel that there's somebody bigger, better, more capable inside of you. At least I do. And I find that most everybody that I've ever worked with has that same feeling. So the real issue is, what do you get for your investment? What do you get in any investment at this point in your life? What have you been doing for the last 15 years? Last 5 years? What have you been training to do? If today, on viewing this, were a transition point for you, and you were to say, today I'm going from here to here. I'm making that decision. I know there's a risk involved, but I've made a commitment to do something for myself and to exercise and leverage my experience. What would you do? What decision would you make if today were the transition point? So, the answer to my question to you is, what do you get for your investment? I can't answer that question. I can only ask you what you would get for your investment to be part of a team that is committed to taking you from good to great. We will do it with you. If you make the conscious decision to make the investment in yourself, we will invest all of our resources, all of our 15 to 20 years in this business with you if you're willing to make this transition with us. Be awesome.